118 athletes from 23 nations were welcomed in true American style to the Fairplex venue in Los Angeles for the opening round of this year's Modern Pentathlon World Cup. In the pool, Britain's Jamie Cook was tipped as favourite, but America's own Logan Story set local fans cheering when he just pipped the Brit to the line. In the fencing, Olympic champion Alexandra Lesson from Russia was predictably coming to the fore after 26 wins and 8 defeats in the ranking round, but finding it hard to shake off Pavlo Tymoshenko from Ukraine, just one win behind when they came to the bonus round finale. On this occasion, Lesson's timing had proved superior, and he had just the edge as they went into the riding. The pressure was on the Russian to complete a clear round if he was to remain in front after making up for a poor 26th place in the swim. In the end, just 3 points dropped and a 4th place in the riding. And so coming to the final laser run, that was enough to give him a precious 11-second lead over Bence Demeta of Hungary, with fellow Russian Igor Pushkarevsky and Pavlo Tymoshenko from Ukraine just seconds behind that. Lesson's nerve was holding in the shooting, but Demeta and Pushkarevsky were keeping up the pressure. But it was Tymoshenko who upped the pace in the running and moved to the front at the halfway point. Altogether on the final shooting range, this was a matter of holding nerves. But on the run, Tymoshenko pushed again, and Lesson was dropped to third, only Demeta now with a possible chance. And he just wouldn't give up. With final reserves of energy in their legs, it was down to the last corner and the last 150 metres. Equal determination from both, but Demeta had the extra ounce of energy left. He pushed to the line, and in the end a great day's competition came down to just 5 seconds from Pavlo Tymoshenko. Alexander Lesson was to hold on for third, but a great start to the season for Hungary's Bence Demeta. In the women's swimming event, it was a tight final heat, with Golnaz Gabardolina from Russia just getting the fingertip finish from Akita Masaki from Japan, with current world champion Charlotte Kovacs of Hungary taking third. But a good start for the young Russian. In the fencing, Japan were on the rise again, but this time in the shape of Natsumi Tominaga, taking on Ekaterina Kuriskina here in the final bout of the day, to add a 4th to her 6th place in the swim and put her in the lead going into the riding. But getting used to the local horses and hitting the target time had seen others fall by the wayside. Could Tominaga keep her nerve and skills together? In the end, it was just 4 points lost and a strong 7th place finish, which would put the Japanese girl top of the leaderboard going into the laser run. A relaxed looking start, knowing she had 21 seconds in hand. But would it be enough when it's the women's world number 1, Lena Schöneborn from Germany, tracking you down? And Schöneborn, the master of timing, pacing and catching. Gradually, the gap reduced. And as the pressure mounted, it was the German's calm, cool head that made the difference. 2 clear rounds of shooting gave her the edge, and at the final table, with Tominaga fading, she made the overtake. But there was quite a battle behind too, and Britain's Kate French and Russia's Ekaterina Kuriskina were about to overpower the Japanese girl as well. But it was an almost relaxed looking Lena Schöneborn in the end, cruising to a controlled win. A great start to her season, underlying why she is world number 1. But behind, the battle for 2nd place was going to the line, and it was to be French taking 2nd place over Kuriskina with a great run from 8th position. And finally to the mixed relay competition, where the final heat was a tight affair between Kazakhstan, Great Britain and Korea. In the final charge, Vladislav Sukharev getting the touch for the Kazakhs. In the fencing though, it was time for Japan and Poland to rise to the challenge, Simon Staskiewicz taking this final bout over Taishu Sato, but the Japanese pairing doing enough to put them in the driving seat going into the riding. And it was to be a good ride from the Japanese. But it was to be even better from Korea, just ahead of them, and that meant both teams were going to be neck and neck going into the final laser run. And from the start, Ayuma Saito from Japan and Yin-Soo Yang of Korea were side by side throughout. But Yang was to get the edge on the final shoot and create a lead to hand over to Yinhua Young for the final 2 laps. Young never faltered to put in a solid performance, that was to see them home with a clear margin over the Japanese. Lots of developments coming this year in mixed relay format, but for the moment, it's Korea who takes season's first honours, with Japan second and Kazakhstan third. And we leave you with some of the great images from World Cup 1 in LA.